If we were to talk about this guy's work, I'm sure we would never finish talking about every character he has played in more than 20 years of his career. And that's not all there. His goal of being the best will get longer every time until his heart stops beating, although we know his voice will never fade. This guy's a legend, man. Hard work, getting up very early, almost at dawn, to prove not only to himself, but to his own family that, thanks to fate, he has a beautiful voice to provide the best iconic characters of children's TV shows and teenage stage. He even converts with his protege's voiceover roles to adult characters with his heart, with the heart of children, with the heart of a child. That's the essence of this guy, proving that he has a dream job in which he struggles to leave a legacy without knowing that he has a long since done so. Ogie is enjoying life, being able to enjoy every dialogue, every sequence, and every useful moment he usually does. So this is enduring. He is not a superhero. He's not a villain. He's not even a god or anything for that matter. He's just a man very fortunate to love what he does. That's right. He's Ogie Banks.
Yo sé que en el 94 tú realizaste la aparición en el séptimo arte en Newsies. Obviamente tú fuiste un bailarín cuando comenzaste el mundo de la actuación. Y quiero preguntarte sobre, bueno, el empezar y el por qué tomaste la decisión de comenzar también en el mundo del doblaje. ¿Qué te hizo como saltar de extremo a extremo? O sea, interpretando, ¿no?, pues a una de las voces en Leapfrog.
Wow. Okay, this is a crazy question, but
Okay,
Jhon always
okay.
do that. We are going early. I think that you listened something, but in the 90s, man.
Yes.
Yes. How was to one of the? We know that it's not the debut, but it's the most known debut. That is in Newsies.
Mhm.
And what are the things that make you decide, or somehow start working on the voiceover? And by the way, Jhon, we know that you got a lot of work, and Jhon asked me the favor that if you can tell something about Leapfrog, he really loved that show. You will please him. So tell us about Newsies and the decision to do voiceover and Leapfrog.
Okay. So, Newsies came around. I was doing on-camera acting, and when I got the audition for Newsies, they wanted, it was dancing. They wanted me to dance, and it was Kenny Ortega. I remember I met Kenny Ortega, the director there, and I went through the rigorous progress of the audition progress, and I was the actor who moved well, and I got the job. And once we started that project, took about 2.5 years to do, because the first year and a half it was all rehearsal, all the music, all the dancing, all the training. I mean, it was kind of like almost like a boot camp or something, like for acting and training and stuff, which was amazing. But it took you through everything: the acting, the singing, the dancing, and then we filmed it. We filmed it on the lot, many different places. I think downtown, on the ranch, on the Warner Brothers Ranch. And the filming took about another year or so to do. Now, everybody that was on that set, we're still friends to this day. Not everybody, we don't all keep in contact, but the ones that we do, we're still like brothers till this day. That was an amazing job, and from there, from that job, my agent sent me out for some more auditions, and he sent me out on this one audition for a voiceover. Now, I didn't know it was voiceovers, but he didn't tell me until I got to the audition place, and once I got into the room, they showed me a picture on the wall, and they said, "You see the character on the wall?" They said, "Could you make a sound for that character?" I said yes, and I did it, and I got the job, and that was with Ivan Reitman with the Space Jam, and then from there I started doing all kinds of little jobs, and one of them happened to be Leapfrog, which was one of my starting jobs, Leapfrog. Now with that was kind of a different kind of thing with VO, because Leapfrog, it's like, you're actually teaching. You're teaching. You're not just rambling off conversation and just really off the cusp and fast or witty. And taking your time. It's a different tone in the voiceover realm when you're doing something like Leapfrog. Also, with Leapfrog, there's singing. Whoo! Whoo! Now, I'm not the best singer, right? So, but but they have a singing teacher there that totally helped me. But that was great. Because we did one project like the ABCs where it was like I was the W that did what, like the DJ and then we did a thing with the numbers and stacking up together. But those, to be honest, those Leapfrogs like stay in your heart forever. I play them still. I have a son. I play them for my son till this day, So yeah, it's really cool. Did I answer the question?
I promise to Jhon that I will only translate the question, not the answer. So let you talk. But man, when I translate that Leapfrog, he will cry, man.
Okay.
That show got an special place in his heart. He understand. Jhon, cuando te traduzca lo de Leapfrog, vas a llorar.
Wow, increíble.
And before we move on,
yes,
it's great to know that you start with amazing Kenny Ortega, man. It's the man from Hocus Pocus, from the music. Wow. I was reading the IMDb.
Yeah.
But yeah. I know César es el que viene. César, tienes una pregunta matadora.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Buenas noches a todos. Un placer estar aquí. Y bueno, quiero empezar con la pregunta sobre una caricatura que se llama Bald, de Wonder Deer. Nuestro invitado hace la voz del protagonista justamente de Bald. Y es que yo empecé a ver la serie porque dije, bueno, voy a preparar la entrevista. Empecé a ver un capítulo, luego siguió el otro, se me olvidó que estaba viendo esto para hacer una entrevista. Me atrapó la serie. Entonces quiero preguntarle qué es lo que más le divierte, lo que más le gusta de hacer a Bald y por qué la gente debería ver el show.
César, creí que se montar al otro, pero no, está bien. Ok. César got two great questions. This is the first one.
Okay.
Yes, it's about Bald. It's crazy because César started to watch the show before this interview, and he got hooked, man. He cannot unplug from the TV screen. So what are the elements, knowing that in this series you are the protagonist, you're Bald, and it's kind of one of the most obscure series from all your past, because you got series that are more known, of course.
Yeah.
What are the elements that got this series that people need to watch it, man? Kids, big boys like César, tell me.
Yeah. Okay, so with Vault, that was one of the most fun shows that we did. We were all in the room together and creating these characters, the bad guys, the good guys. We really came together as a family, and the stories are really good too. And it just really meshed and came together like really well. The company that we recorded that with, I've known them for like a long time, and so they knew how to work with me to get the acting out of me that was needed to play the lead character Vault. And all the other actors that were on the show were just so incredible. And the thing about it is, like, we got to play multiple characters at times too throughout the show, which was awesome. But everybody should watch the show because there's something for everybody, and it makes me laugh so much. Especially when the bad guy's like, the little kitty cats, these little pretty kitty, the little kitties, these kitties. I mean, I would just die laughing. I'm like, I'm just laughing so hard. And he's like, oh, my little kitties. It's, but it is so much fun the stories are fun, and it grows. The story grows. You know, it's a true adventure. You know, with all the lands. You know, with all the lands. True adventure and something. And each character has their own episodes. You know, as it goes along, which is really cool. But it's a really fun, funny show. And also I love the animation style that they chose for the show. I really love the animation style because it really flows with the voices and just the visual. The voices and the visual just mesh together well. The colors are just awesome. The colors are awesome. Yeah, that was like a proud show for me to be on. I love that show. That was a really fun show. That was a fun show. Yeah. I'm so glad you remember that one. That's awesome.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's everything awesome. Okay, Jhon, Cesar, ¿quién sigue? O yo, dígame.
Bueno, tú, Andrés, por favor.
Okay, yes. I am the lucky one now because I only got one question.
Okay.
But as all the questions, it goes this in my heart. I know that you don't appear in this series, but I mean, you appear on Final Fantasy X too. This is from Final Fantasy X, of course.
Yes.
But here and with my friend Mateo, that he's also a gamer, man, you got a backlog of video games that is crazy with hidden gems, AAA series, anime video games. Oh, I know that sometimes because I have talked with people that do voiceover in video games. Sometimes it's a lonely job. I mean, you are doing the voiceover, the requirements, sometimes the translation. But man, from all the amazing video games that you have recorded, in fact, one of the favorites from Mateo is Guilty Gear, and of course, I love the character that you make in Venom. By the way,
yeah.
There is like a memory, man, because I could talk with you from all the series of video games that you had appeared. The Premonition 2, Police Now. I mean, La Police Now. Sorry, you appeared was in this amazing Psychonauts. Sorry,
Psychonauts. Yeah, the original Psychonauts. Yes.
The original. That is
the
a
original
cool game.
Psychonauts. Yes.
So
those guys are so awesome. Those Psychonauts people were just amazing. They were just amazing. And that was like at the beginning of my career. They were just amazing people. When it comes to video games, what I love about video games is that it's really, really grounded performances. You know, they really want a grounded performance, just a real performance. I get to take my time with the character because I'm not rushing to get to a commercial or anything. You know, I really get to be the characters that I get to be. In Guilty Gears, I remember when I recorded that, when I went to the recording, that's the first time I saw the character, and I said, "Wow!" I said, "That's me." I said, "He looks so cool." I'm like, "He looks so cool." So I was like, "Oh, I have to try to do something cool with that guy," you know. Injustice 2, when I did Injustice 2, when I played Firestorm, you know, that was a different kind of style because I had a camera that was all on my face. So I had to act and perform with like a camera in front of me, you know, like one of those tiny little cameras that come out to here, you know, and then I had like a head wrap thing on and all that to perform. Wait, what was what did you say? Another one was Final
Fantasy, yes, please.
Final Fantasy. The director, Jack, the director, he was I knew that director for a long time, and I remember I auditioned for him for a lot, and finally he got me for that role, and boy did he beat my butt on that role. I mean, just to make sure that I was so real and I was just like grounded, and you know, he really helped me. Like he really helped me to understand what like video game acting was all about, like how to bring that realness to it, to all the video game stuff. Because it's very different than like Vault, you know, because when I'm playing Vault, you know, I'm playing Vault and I'm just like all over the place and I'm like, guys, you know, oh no, you know, but video games, you just have to be more centered, a little bit more grounded, a little, you know, I don't know, a little more cerebral, I guess. Did I answer your question?
No, in fact, Jhon asked me a favor, and of course I will do it. We are so lucky, man, because this channel is small, but we got the amazing lot not only to have you here, but got one of your partners in crime, that is Candy Milo. In fact, she told us about, she said that when she finished her work in Final Fantasy X too, he had to do, had some dreams because he was crazy. Record again, because you know that the this game got a lot of options, man, and you got to record every option.
Yes,
and of course,
yes.
you made part of the, I call it the royalty of voiceover, man. We got in the channel Candy, and we got the amazing Sander Berkeley, man.
Oh, sweet. Oh, thanks. Oh, man, good company. I'm in good company. I'm in great company.
When Jhon told me that we are going to interview you, I was like, nah, I had to ask about video games and tense, because Mateo, that we will say hi later to you, he said, asking about Venom. Man, I always choose Venom when I play that game. He's awesome. He's awesome. Okay.
Y ahora, bueno, nos vamos a ir al 94. 1994.
I love how you have the pictures. I love how you have the pictures up behind you. Yes. All right, o sea, yes, Power, yes.
Soy fan de los Power Rangers, yo soy un fanático.
Power
todos
Rangers.
Aquí, I love Power Rangers. Nuestro invitado fue el Black Dart Ranger en el 94, entonces, bueno, que nos hable de todo lo que pueda sobre esa vez que apareció en ese capítulo. ¿Cuál fue la experiencia? Si sigue siendo fan de los Power Rangers, o sea, todo lo que nos puede decir.
Man, Cesar is a bad boy. Because he studied, in fact, he's a filmmaker from Mexico. But man, he and my friend Mateo they are the biggest fans from the Power Rangers. And man, it's crazy because yes, your character in the whole chronology of Power Rangers got a major role, because that, you know, that he later became in another series a bigger character. So if you can say anything about this, I know it's crazy, I know it's a lot of years. But you can say something to the fans of the series about recording this, the character change, and if you love the series, because it's crazy. We interviewed here Jack Guzman, and he was from Wild Force, but he was like, oh yes, I remember that, but I didn't watch the shows because sometimes it was silly. But man. Please, tell us about.
Power Rangers. When I got that, yes, I was a fan of Power Rangers, and when I booked it, I was so excited that I remember I got to the set super early. Like it was still nighttime, and I was just in my car, just waiting for the gates to open to the park where we were filming. And I remember going in there, and all of us like became really good friends. The Black Ranger, gosh, why am I blanking on his name? The one that Walter and I, we're still friends till this day from that show. And I remember filming it was just so crazy because I would see the show on TV, but walking on the set, I saw all the monsters, right? I would see the monsters, right? And then I saw the you know, just the set, the school and the set and everything. And I was kind of in awe. I couldn't eat. I was just kind of into it. I remember I did a bunch of push-ups before because I wanted to get my muscle. I wanted to get muscles. So I did a bunch of, they said, Ogie, 5 minutes. And I said, I tried to, because I wanted to look strong. It didn't work, you know, but it made me feel tough. You know, I wanted to feel tough a little bit. So, but that was a great one. And we didn't know, we thought it was just going to be one episode. We didn't know that it was going to be more than one episode, you know, that we filmed. And everybody on that set, the director, the crew, I mean, even down to the line reader, the prop people, everybody, they were just so nice, just very helpful with everything. Because I was really, to be honest, I was a little intimidated to go there because I'm like, I'm working with the Power Rangers. I'm like, you're the Power Rangers, and I'm visiting your show. But they were just with open arms, just like, you know, come on, you know, you're the bad guys. We need you. We got to fight you. And that was just a great experience. I'll never forget that one. And a bonus, I got to invite my family. My mom and dad came to the set, and my little sister, and they were blown away, and they got to see me perform that, trying to look tough and bad. But yeah, that was very memorable and awesome. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah.
Help me with trivia from the channel. The casting director was Rudy Quintanilla. No,
What?
there was because it's crazy. We got in the channel the actor Rudy Quintanilla. He's from Dexter, but he worked previously in casting departments. In one of the first works that he made was casting in the Power Rangers.
Oh, okay.
But you don't remember him? No, he's a Latino.
I don't remember that. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't.
No, it's okay. But I shout out to Rudy. He's a great person. Okay, thank you. César, vas a flipar cuando traduzca. Jhon, dale, que estás que te pregunta, Jhon.
Sí,
Good stuff, Caesar. Good stuff. Yeah.
Oh, César is great.
Yo también quiero preguntarte sobre, es que son 3 producciones que son...
O producción sotas.
Sí, producción sotas, porque no solo es para el público infantil, sino también para nosotros los adultos también, porque, a ver, tú realizaste gran parte de Bratz, gran parte lo que es de Monster High y gran parte de Barbie. Entonces, ¿cómo es complementar? Yo sé que ya lo comprendiste. Sí, no. Yo te quiero preguntar de tus personajes, ¿cómo usted desarrolló el tema? Uno de la moda, uno de la fantasía y el otro de las maravillas de lo infantil. O sea, que es lo importante.
It's crazy, man, but here the full multiverse from the Bratz, Monster High, and Barbie, man, is huge in Latin America. In fact, not only for women, for girls. No, we grown men watch the series. And yes, how do you develop? Because we know that, yes, it's from dolls, but there are different aspects. I mean, the fantasy, the terror, but the feminine universe. How do you develop your characters and help to this amazing, yes, like bit, because they are brands, but we know that also the products that they make from cinema, from TV, they are considered like, no, yeah, these are good products, these are good TV shows, good movies. In fact, some are cool movies. So tell us more about this universe, because all the fans from Barbie, Bratz, and Monster High from Latin America will go wild, right?
Okay, all right, yeah. So, Bratz and Monster High are a little bit in the same, where they're both basically dominated by females. It's all like, it's girls. Like the Bratz, it's girls. Monster High, it's all girls. And there's only like a few guys, and I would be like one of the few guys. So I was there for the guys, kind of like the comedy guy, the cool guy. With Bratz was that was like the first one, and kind of from Bratz is where I went and I spawned off to Monster High. But I started with Bratz, and that was a long time ago. They called me in to be just like cool deal man, the deal man, just like the cool deal man, And it's like, hey ladies, can I take your pictures? Oh wow. You look so great today, So that was me as Dylan. I was the cool guy that just winked my way to hang around with the ladies to meet other ladies, And it was really cool working with all of them, with the whole cast. And then from there, I went to Monster High. And Monster High was kind of the same thing, where I was like the only guy, one of the few guys on the show, and it was all girls. And my character, I had a girlfriend, Draculara, who was my girlfriend on the show, and I played Claude Wolf, the jock of the, of the school, and I remember all the time I'd go in there, and really I'd say, hey babe, can I carry your books, babe? Wow, you look great today, babe. What are you gonna do today, babe? Hey, do you want to go watch me practice today, babe? Can I get you anything, babe? Wow, you look wonderful today, babe. Hey, babe, ow, awesome. That's generally like I would just play to my girlfriend, like in Monster High, you know what I mean? And then have some funny scenes with my guy friends, worried about my girlfriend. You know, it's like Draculaura. Oh, I gotta get this for Draculaura. You know, all that. And then so moving on to the and then from there, that's when I moved on to the Barbie series. So I've been doing the Barbie series now. When I started the Barbie series, I knew a couple of the writers and they gave me like a small little part. I played like Strawberry Bear. I remember I played Strawberry Bear in one of them, you know, Strawberry Bear. And from working with the team on Strawberry Bear, then they brought me back for Jonah the Rabbit. Then they brought me back when they did Barbie again for Ned and Ted. Really, it was just Guy 1 and Guy 2. And I was just supposed to be in like a couple of episodes. But then they gave me a name, Ned 1 and Ned 2. And those have been so much fun because we actually did a music video for Barbie, a Barbie music video, which was awesome because we got to go into a real music studio and record it. And it was so fun. I walked into the music studio. The music studio was like all high in the Hollywood Hills, and the guy had these like awards and everything in there, and I was like, oh. And so, but we sang, but the song was like so cool. And I loved it. I loved it. And that was so much fun. Again, that was another family. Like we were such a family there. That was Barbie is such a family. And one thing I love about Barbie though is when you turn on a Barbie cartoon, you know it's a Barbie cartoon. Just the colors and the tone of the animation, you totally know that it's a Barbie cartoon. Which it just the trademark is like legendary. But yeah, that's my Bratz Monster High Barbie journey.
You made me feel proud because I remember when I set a party from Monster High for a friend and it was awesome, man. No, thank you. Jhon, se vienen los temas. Uy, dale.
Sí, yo quiero, pero mire, esta pregunta es la más, o sea, me preparé para...
Jhon, no llores.
No, estoy muy emocionado porque, a ver, en interpretar a el hijo de, sabemos, de Muhammad Ali, que es tu personaje de Muhammad Ali Jr. en Baki, es una sensación, es una locura en Latinoamérica, no solo los tributos que le hacen con Ain Si Bas la Vida Va, todo eso. Yo te quiero preguntar es, ¿cómo fue representar a un personaje que es totalmente muy patriótico, muy aguerrido y también bastante elemental? O sea, ¿qué aprendiste de este personaje? Que diga, wow, de Muhammad Ali Jr. en Baki, aprendí esto.
It's amazing because it's not only Baki, no? It's also Naruto, it's also Shaman King. I mean, the biggest series in the shonen anime. But this question, I know what it means from Jhon, because how do you feel portraying the son of a legend, man? And the vision for a son of a legend, because man, Baki here in Latin America is huge. I know in the whole world, but man, Baki, we love Baki, man. So tell us. And did you get tell something about Naruto Shaman King? Go ahead, man.
Yeah. Okay, so Baki, I'll start with Baki. Pretty crazy because when I booked that one and got called in, I was playing Muhammad Ali Jr. So they said, you're going to be playing Muhammad Ali Jr. And I was like, okay. And so when I saw the character, I was like, oh, that's really Muhammad Ali Jr. Like, I was like a kid, like I was like 3 or 4, something like that, 4 or 5 or something, right? Just talking. So that was a challenge right there, just coming up with that young voice, you know, as Muhammad Ali Jr. and being like, you know, punching my dad, you know, because that's the, you know, the start of that, you know, and doing that whole thing. And from there, I didn't know that I was going to come back that my character was going to come back for that next season and be that whole season, you know, how, you know, Baki and I are best friends. And, okay, so when I go back to play Muhammad Ali Jr. when I become older, that was wonderful. But then I started reading the script and I'm like, wow, who wrote this? I'm like, I'm Baki's best friend, but I'm trying to get with his girlfriend like every time. Like, I'm like, I'm like, this is crazy. You know? I'm like, this is, but cool. This, and I just keep getting beat up. I mean, can a brother win? I mean, I was just, Now, my reactions during the scenes of like my legs being broken and the bones and the blood that were just so dramatic and intense, like those are my real sounds. I'm like, I so felt it. I just so felt it, you know. But the storyline with I got through it really well because that studio and those engineers and the people that work with that show, like I've worked with them for a while, and they really know how to like get me zoned in, you know, to get me zoned in, and we flew through that script and like really made it happen. Now with Naruto was like kind of like my beginnings of like my whole kind of anime adventure, like when I really started getting into it, like Omoi. Omoi was one of my favorites, you know, just really cerebral. And Omoi is just all right here. You know, it's like Cloud Strike, you know, so it's like I would have to be here, Omoi. And one thing about Omoi, what I would do is like always just dream about once I'd go into battle, like all the gifts and all the women and all the food that I would get once I'd win the battle, and they'd all be on me and love me. So that was great. And Darui was the same. Doing Darui as well. Great characters to do. I love the battle scenes with those characters. That's the funnest. The battle scenes were the best. And even better than that was being able to see it like right in front of me as I'm performing it. You know, to see the anime right in front of me as I'm performing it was amazing. Now the Shaman King. Oh wait, really, before I go to Shaman, one thing with Naruto, the people, the studio that I recorded Naruto in is the same studio that I recorded Baki in. So I was comfortable there. I know those people and everything. Now Shaman King is at a whole other different studio with kind of like a new batch team of people that I'm working with. And that was a great one too. I kind of took with doing Naruto and kind of like the other anime series I've done, I kind of used all of my knowledge from that and went with my characters for Shaman King. They kind of let me be free with Shaman King and do my own, you know, kind of be creative with that character, which was great. Now that Shaman King is the only one that's on my list. I still have to watch that one because I still haven't checked it out. I've seen it when I was recording it, but I want to watch the series. I haven't really got into the series yet, so I want to get into that. But yeah, all of those. But every one of those series, my favorite part in all the anime is the battles. I gotta say, the battles are my favorite. But yeah, those shows were amazing. It was amazing. Yeah. Baki was really cool. You got to see Baki. If you haven't seen Baki, you got to check out Baki. I mean, I binged Baki. I mean, I sat there and watched every episode. I could not stop watching it, you know? Yeah, that was really good. Really good shows. I mean, Naruto, though, I mean, that's going to take you a long time. I mean, how many episodes did we do? There's so many episodes. So, but yeah, good entertainment. Good entertainment and fun. And the other actors that have been on that show, on all those shows, you know, I know them too, and I run into them, and we're like all friends, and we're all cool with each other, which is really nice and amazing. You know what I mean? When the cast is really cool with each other. So I love that. Yeah.
And man, from the final, yes, you cannot escape, man. I gather a lot of people that love your work in the whole season that you have made on Spider-Man. And man, yes, you have to tell us because you play a lot of characters in Spider-Man, but man, you are the freaking Miles Morales, man. Yeah. You had speed wherever you want about this because I was calling a lot of friends and we are going to interview Miles Morales for the Ultimate Spider-Man. They go, what? Man. Now, I know. Okay. And of course, you were Luke Cage. And in fact, you were Goblin, you were Power Man. How do you deal, man, with not only made all these voices, but being now the new face of Spider-Man, man, because Miles Morales has grown even to the movies, to the video games.
Yeah, and they keep me involved with it as much as possible, which is awesome. And when I got that call that I booked the role of Miles Morales, to be honest, it was one of those out of body experiences. Like I was like, no way, there's no way. Now, so that was during the show, Ultimate Spider-Man, which is now on Disney Plus, and you can watch it and you can get it in, you can get it lots of places. But now that was such a fun show. Now, when I first started on that show, I played Power Man. Power Man, it's like Power Man and Spider-Man. I said, if he's going to call himself Spider-Man, I'm going to call myself Power Man, So that was great, playing Power Man and just like, tough and bad and cool, just Mr. Cool, that was great. And so then that was for several seasons. And then towards the end, that's when they brought Miles in. And once they brought Miles in and I booked it, I was like, whoa, here I am on a show. Not only was I playing Power Man, but I'm playing just Spider-Man, Miles Morales too. So I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Now check this out. I get a script, and in the script, my character Power Man is talking to Miles Morales, my other character. So I have two of my characters talking to each other on the same show. So when I was practicing the script, I practice it that way. I practice it as Power Man talking to myself as Miles Morales. It seems a little crazy, but I'm a little crazy. So when it came to time to record, I walked into the studio and they said, so Ogie, how do you want to do this? Do you want to record Power Man first and then we'll record Miles Morales? And I said, no, baby, let's do it. And so I just went back and forth with the characters, and it turned out awesome. Now, the cool thing about playing Miles Morales on that show is Drake Bell was playing Spider-Man on the show. And Drake and I became really good friends on the show. So we had that natural friendship bond with it. And that's kind of another reason why I got the part, is because the producers and directors, they saw that we had such a tight friendship. We were just, we had this brother bond, during all the seasons we were doing the show. So when I played Miles and he's Spider-Man, it was so great. Like, he was just my big little brother, like, oh, little Miles, and I was just like, hey, Webbs, and all that. But it was very challenging. It's scary. It was scary because I felt the weight of the character, like like how important that character is. I felt that. I felt just honored to play it, out of millions and billions of people in the world, to be able to play that role, to know that forever in my life I'm Miles. But it blows me away. But also it made me just so, feel just kind of just so good and just proud, I guess. Really proud, and just really put a stamp on just me and what I'm about. And I like to live up to it. So, but yeah, Miles was a scary role because it was so powerful, but it was so much fun. And I thank Drake Bell for being there by my side on that one. And everybody, the full cast. I mean, Kevin Michael Richardson, everybody. They were all amazing. Everybody was amazing and very supportive, because when you work on a big show like that, you need support. You need that support from your other castmates and everybody, because, you need that. It could be scary. I mean, it was scary, but you get through it. And when you get through it, it's like boom, boom, bam.
And I imagine you talking to Drake, and it is like the Spider-Verse talking. No, man, you don't only got the support from your cast, you got the support from the fans.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
That's a wrap.
Thank you.
Jhon, saludo y sí.
Sí, y foto.
Okay. Before we get the space to the guests to talk with you, please, the camera is yours, Ogie. Say a hi to the channel, to Colombia, to wherever you want. say your social media so people can follow you. If you wanna invite the people to stay tuned to some projects, the camera is yours, man.
Oh, okay. Hey, everybody. This is Ogie Banks, Ogie Banks the Third. You can follow me on Instagram at Ogie Banks, OGIEBANKS, and then bing, I'll pop up. Facebook, same thing, OGIEBANKS. I mean, just go on your computer, go on your phone, pop in my name, put in Ogie Banks, OGIEBANKS, and everything will pop up. Bing, 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 bing. My pictures, everything. Now, some things that I have coming up that you could look for. Well, right now on TV, I have Ghost Force. Ghost Force is a show that I have on right now that's with the Disney Channel. You can watch it on Disney Channel and Disney XD. I play I play one of the Ghost Forces. I play Crush. I play Crush, the blue one, the blue guy. I play Crush. Another one coming up is the Great Wolf Lodge. I play like the little character on the Great Wolf Lodge. And then I have some other things. I have a lot of other things coming up, but I had to sign an NDA and I can't really talk about those projects. But I have a lot of exciting things. But right now, what I can talk about, my current show, Ghost Force, is going on strong. We're on Saturday mornings on the Disney Channel. You can watch. I think we're on every day too. Every day. But yeah, it's a great show. But you guys, follow me on social media, please. I put out posts. You can hit me up if you have any questions or anything. But once again, you spell it OGIEBANKS, and you can find me on any social media. Thank you.
Bueno, que el primero que quiera, o Mateo sabe algo que desean darle un saludo, desean decirle algo a OG. Mateo, tú primero.
So, yeah. So, hi, OG.
Hey.
First of all, I would like to say that I'm so grateful for this opportunity. You are an amazing person.
Oh, thanks, Mateo.
You have a lot of, and it's a nice experience. So, yeah. I was actually, well, I have a question about Guilty Gear because I really like fighting games, especially Guilty Gear. It's as you stated before, it's a great series with very cool and flashy characters.
Yes.
And I have to say that now that I have seen this aspect of you, like you talking in person, I can see that you put a lot of energy in that character, that you really like to role.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to know more about what was the experience like? What was like being cast for the role, getting to learn the character, and anything you want to add?
Okay. Yeah. When I Guilty Gears, I remember that like it was yesterday. So when I drove up, I walk in, and as soon as I walk in, I met the writers of Guilty Gear and stuff. You know, the guys, and they proceeded to tell me everything about the game. Once they told me all about the game, then they told me all about my character. Now, when I book a job, usually like if I book a cartoon series, they give me the script beforehand and I know what's going on. But for this game, Guilty Gears, it was so hush hush that I didn't find out anything until I walked into the room. So I'm finding out all the information just right there. So I have to soak it all in and get it all in so that I can give the character my fullest, right? So, and like you say, I'm really energetic. So if I have to be cool, I have to calm myself down a little bit. You know, I have to be cool, right? And plus I'm excited just to be there, right, man? But I know I have to be like cool. But those guys, those writers and the makers of the game, they were just they knew exactly what they wanted. That was one thing. They knew exactly what they wanted, and they knew exactly. And so once I did like let's say like 5 to 10 lines, then we got a rhythm with each other, and then it was kind of like just like a little dance, man. Like they would just go and like go and like, and I would say my lines, and like I just got into the rhythm of the character. Once you get into the rhythm of the character in a video game, like you just start shooting off those lines one by one, you know, and you really get. Well, I really get into it, you know, my energy. And I remember this when I was finished recording. I would have thought that I ran for 5 miles. I was sweating. My shirt was drenched wet. because I use my whole body and everything. You know, when I'm punching and kicking or when I'm talking, I'm really getting into that, you know, really got into the character. So, yeah, that was great. That was great. And so that was like one of the longest days, one of the most tiring days. But when you see the product and it came out, you know, and I saw the character whoosh up on there and do my thing and say, like, you know, I was like, woo! I said, oh, that's what I'm talking about. You know, it just comes together. It just comes together. Yeah. So yeah, man, it was really cool, Mateo, man. It was really cool. Hey, everybody, this is Miles Morales, and we want you to watch Jhon's channel. Oh, watch, listen, you better tune in. I don't care how you do it, you better tune in. This is Miles on Jhon's show.
Bravo.
¿Qué vas a decir, yo?
Bravísimo.
Yo estoy feliz. I'm happy.
No, que gracias por esta maravillosa oportunidad. Bueno, que salude a Xavi, que se fue. Bueno, al menos que hola, Xavi, adiós.
Okay, sí. As a final, because it's Xavi log off. You can say hi to with your voice, of course. Hi to Xavi Hernandez, Xavi.
Okay.
And no, only to Xavi. Yes, okay. Hi to Xavi.
As Miles?
Or as Ogie? No, as Miles. As Miles.
Yeah. Hey, this is Miles Morales, and I just wanted to say what's up to Savvy. Hope you're doing good, my man.
No, gracias, Ogie, por esa oportunidad. Espero lo hayas disfrutado y bueno, que mucho éxito en estos proyectos que se vienen.
Man, thank you so much for grading this channel. Make more great and amazing this channel. We are from a small city from Colombia, man, so it's really an honor. And no, we wish you the best luck with the projects, and this is your house now, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And you'll send me a copy and everything? I want a copy. I want to see.
Of course, Jhon, que le envíes una copia cuando salga.
Por supuesto.
Mucho gusto.
Se lo envío Full HD y todo.
I tell the favor to Jhon that he also made like a little homage to your career. Jhon, haz un homenaje.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, send me that. Send it. Please.
Jhon, dale.
Right.
Jhon.
And Caesar, you were funny, man. Caesar, I love the pictures. I love the pictures, Caesar. I love that.
Un honor igual haber platicado contigo. Muchas gracias por esta oportunidad. Nunca en la vida me pensé que iba a hablar con alguien de la serie de los Power Rangers, entonces fue un honorazo poder estar contigo hoy. Muchas gracias.
Translating, Caesar is so happy, man. It's sad because when we got the opportunity to talk with Jatus, man, he wasn't here and he wanted to talk with somebody from the Power Rangers, man. So, but thank you for that dream to all of us. And yes, Cesar is great, man. Cesar is great. No, right. Okay. You're amazing. Bye.
You're amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, you guys.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you. Ciao.
Thank you. God bless you.